and welcome to World Tanks with me, Jack the Ripper. Now, this video, as the title will suggest, is about passive scouting, which means it's not necessarily going to be the most engaged. I should say most interesting, but that's not entirely true. See, I'm platooned up with Ashen Bloom and Sins here, but honestly, they're not going to be a huge part of this video, in the sense of I'm going to be off doing my own thing, because I am playing what I would call, in almost a contradictive term, an aggressive... God, my voice is going, I do apologise about this. But I'm playing a sort of aggressive passive role. So, what I'm trying to do is, be more up in their face, but at the same time I'm still going for that passive role, that role where you generally don't want them to know you're there. So to accomplish this, you'll see what I'm doing. I'm heading to a very, very aggressive spot. I'm almost the majority of the way to their base already. And do a nice little power slide to get into a bush here. So what you'll see here is I'm actually going to try and essentially double bush a little bit. So I'm in one bush and I'm behind another bush. That allows me to have as much camouflage as I can. On this crew I do have Green Thumb, I do have the camo perk, I have Brothers in Arms, I'm running vents, I have got tea and coffee as it is on this. So my camouflage is as high as it's going to be. You see here the Bulldog manages to get a lucky shot on the move, but all in all, the moment I'm spotted, I'm going to start running, and I'm going to try and reposition. I'm going to try and not drive in too many straight lines. This minimises the chance of other people hitting me. You see a few shots miss me, and the one time I drive in too straight of a line, I get hit by what will later turn out to be an Object 704, but we'll see more of that guy later. So I've managed to get unspotted. Now I need to find a way to make myself useful for the team again. I look at the fact that those light tanks all got slaughtered, so I tell my team, go look up here, I am going to try and spot them. So yet again I am going to be going on a scout run, but I would say the difference is what I would call truly aggressive scouting and aggressive passive scouting, which there's a lot of different terminologies here. But aggressive scouting is where you're trying to get in damage. So the main thing you're going for is you're going to get up close and personal. You're going to pop over ridges, you're going to get shots in, you're going to try and circle people. Now, the whole thing of aggressive-passive is sort of how you start and how you finish. So, you want to start real aggressive, you want to get into a really advanced position, use your camo, and situate yourself somewhere nice. Now, those Bulldogs do have a worse camo rating, but it could have been done the other way. If I was in a Bulldog and I managed to get into a bush first, get a camo and binocs up, I would have spotted a 1390 on the move coming the other way. So it's all about getting there first. And if you can get into that nice little position, get your camo working for you, get your position right. That's one of the key things, get your position right. There's the 704 that I was mentioning before. The aforementioned was the terminology I was trying to find, but my head decided, nah, I'm just not going to let you talk. You'll notice I've loaded straight up to the APCR. I think there's a couple of jokes considering I think there's forum posts about the right way to play it, explained by Jack the Ripper, i.e. load premium. But the main thing you see, I'm 261 meters away from this guy and he's not spotting me, so I'm not firing until I know he's about to withdraw. Shouldn't have taken that second shot, and I probably stayed a little longer than I should have right there. But I had sort of a getaway location there in this bridge. You see, I've spotted that T-30 and instantly he's taking a load of damage, and I'm reloading back to the AP. The APCR I had uploaded for any particularly difficult people I'm going to have to shoot at. I was worried I might have to shoot at some of the heavies if they came back. You see, that T-30 has actually just been killed. Of course, I'm getting all the spotting for it. Now, I just spotted the KV-4 and I'm not really paying enough attention behind me right now. I need to look behind me and realise, oh yeah. I think that's where I actually start noticing. Yep, you see there. So I'm already up to 10 spotting ribbons and 8 spots. Now, I'm playing it very risky here, because that... Ooh, there he goes, that Death Star had a shot on me, but he did miss. Bounced the first shot because, this gun's so good. But if nothing else, I made that guy turn around. By him turning around, he was giving his strongest armour to no one. Well, I mean, technically he was giving it to a KV-4, and the KV-4 fires at me. So I've had the KV-4 fire at me, I've had Death Star fire at me, and you see, a nice little turn, ducked right into cover. Now, sometimes the best cover is right under the enemy's nose, because right there, in that, if I'd carried on going down that hill, I would have come into the range of that 183's gun. By doing what I did, ducking back under, I'm in the lower ground, he can't shoot me, I'm too close to do anything. That's a bit risky getting a bit of air there. You see, now I'm going to go and harass the people going to our spawn. You see, I've been on 262 health for almost the entirety of this game, and I'm not really letting that slow me down. I'm still taking risks. Now, I spotted that T-54E1, and I've been keeping him spotted, and people are taking shots on him. You'll see here why you don't fire heat.
Our tracks come off. We're stuck.
Pretty sure that was a heat round. I might be wrong. Maybe someone can slow it down and watch it back. I'm really kind of bothered, but it makes the point. That was very lucky either way. So I got the spots on these guys. They're now taking a bit of damage, and I'm here to harass them, so I want to make sure they keep spotted, but I'm not going for damage. At this point in time, I am not going for damage, otherwise I would have loaded the APCR. The AP is there more, why not? So I'm going to try and keep these guys spotted. You see, that's why I'm reversing the pills. Like, obviously, I'm never going to have the gun elevation there to get him spotted. Just want to keep him spotted. So now I want to try and see if I can get a bit of damage off. But no, the guy starts looking my way, so I'm not going to risk it. Now these guys are aware they're not going to get unspotted. They're being spotted by a light tank from the top and me from the south. And this guy's going to start coming for me in a second, because they're just going to get sick and tired of me spotting them. Now I keep the mound between me and him. I'm not sure at this point whether he's going to come under the bridge. I think he's going to go under the bridge, but last second he doesn't. So I duke him. I go one way. I start making it out, so I'm going to go that way. I quickly change direction. He's not able to get his gun on time. Got the gun on me on time. I'm not going to go all the way over because I'm going to be slowed down while trying to go up. He now starts turning his gun the other way. This is going to allow me to back underneath the bridge. Going to keep trying to do damage, but I'm not going to be able to. I am quite lucky in the fact that the other IS-4 is not looking my way, and that is what I was paying attention to. If the other IS-4 was paying attention to me, I would have had to dive down under the bridge and go back around the other way. As he is paying attention to me, I can just sit here and just keep this guy having to guess. Now I imagine he's probably figured out that I'm reloading right now, but he still has to pay attention to me. He has to figure out what I'm going to do, because he wants to try and kill me and the Centennial, is it? I think down to my left. Now he fires, doesn't get a kill. Now you'll see I've loaded the APCR back up. Now this guy's letting me get to his side. I've made the mistake of auto-aiming, which auto-aims straight into the strongest part of the armour with spaced on it. Now you'd think I would have learnt my lesson, but I am going to do it again here. But RNG is actually going to allow it to pay off, and I get a nice kill. Now I'm going to switch back to my AP, and you see I've already got 23 spotting assists, and I'm going to rack up quite a lot of spotting damage in this game, but I'm not done yet. So this thing is a fast little tank. And so this is where the real aggressive part of the passive aggressive is going to come in. This is why, as I said, it's about the beginning and it's about the end. So at the beginning, I got there fast. I made the team kind of disrupt. I disrupted how the enemy team were playing. Their light tanks all got spotted dead early. My team knew where they were. They picked them apart. None of their team wanted to push across because they saw all the other players getting coming across, getting spotted, taking damage, so they stayed back. That meant we had complete control of this side of the map. Then, once this control was secure, once we know they weren't going to be pushing, I went back across the other side of the map. I harassed their pushing tanks. I stopped them being able to push properly. And that was more of, keeping the passive side of things. And now, we've got tanks left alone. We've got not a lot of health left. And I'm going to play aggressively. But I'm still going to be a nice guy. So this WZ is in a real bad situation if he's not careful. I get a tracking shot into E3, he repairs, I get another tracking shot in, although that was quite lucky, and then I finish him off. So, only 7 damaging hits, 3 kills considering, so that's some real nice kill confirming there. But wait till you see spotting damage. 6,599 and 103,000 silver main. Now that is with a ×2 boost, as you see there. And you'll see, I'm at 92% these days, so you can tell this is quite an old one. Plus it says at the top that it was in February, apparently. Wow, this one really is quite old. But you see, I did a lot of damage to their team indirectly. I really pestered them in the right ways, most of the time while not even letting them shoot back at me. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you've enjoyed that game. And as always, I'll see you on the battlefield.